For more update, please subscribe our Gossip America News YouTube channel and press the bell button. In the late night world of cocktails, candid confessions, and housewives chaos, there's one bar that everyone dreams of stepping behind, the one on Andy Cohen's Bravo Clubhouse set. That spot, illuminated in kaleidoscopic hues and flanked by bobbleheads, is as iconic as any Real Housewife tagline. For fans of Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen WWHL, being the night's guest bartender is a coveted seat at the Bravo table. You're not just mixing drinks. You're part of the spectacle, stirring up drama, soaking in backstage gossip, and clinking glasses with celebrities as the cameras roll. Recently, Page Six's own virtual reality podcast hosts, Danny Murphy and Evan Reel, took their turn behind the infamous bar. What followed was a night of glam, nerves, glitter, Bravo liberties, and enough tea to fill several mugs, all steeped in the wild, sparkly world of Bravo TV. Here's a creative deep dive into what it's really like to be a bartender on WW, with behind-the-scenes secrets, jaw-dropping details, and exclusive insight from two guys who lived the dream. It started with an email, a digital whisper that turned into a full-on scream. When Danny Murphy and Evan Reel opened the invite from Bravo, their eyes widened. They were being asked to bartend on Watch What Happens Live. Not just attend. Not just wave from the audience, bartend. It's like being invited to a Real Housewives reunion, but instead of being screamed at, you're serving cocktails and making shady eye contact. Danny joked. Evan was slightly more composed. This was our Super Bowl, he said. We've spent years dissecting Bravo drama, and now we were about to enter the clubhouse itself. Unreal. The duo had always dreamed of this moment. Their podcast, Victoire Reality, had gained a loyal, Bravo-loving following. Everything from Teresa Giudice's table flips to Erika Jayne's diamond-drenched meltdowns. Now they were being called up to the majors. Once the initial shock wore off, panic set in. What do you wear to bartend on WWHL? You're not the main guest, but you're also not invisible. You're on screen every time Andy makes a shady toast or asks a plead the fifth question. This is not the time for outfit regret. It's like picking out an outfit for prom, said Evan. Except your date is Andy Cohen. Your classmates are Lisa Rinna and Kyle Richards, and the whole world is judging your fashion in real autumn. They opted for sleek, color-coordinated, looks polished but playful, perfectly Bravo-core. Danny went for tailored campy chic, while Evan channeled understated glam. Next came the mental prep. Would they be micked? Could they talk? Would Andy talk to them, or just about them? And, crucially, would they actually have to make cocktails? Here's the first big reveal. The bartenders don't actually mix drinks. That's right, no muddling mint, no shaking martinis. The drinks are pre-made by an off-screen bar team, and the on-camera bartenders are more there for vibes than for volume. It's less Tom Sandoval, more Vanna White, joked Danny. Still, they were encouraged to ham it up. Smile big, cheer loud, react with your face like a cartoon character. Remember, this is Bravo, where drama is currency, and subtlety is forbidden. We were told to be animated, responsive, and most importantly, have fun, said Evan. And that meant leaning into every single eye roll, gasp, or awkward silence. The iconic bar itself is surprisingly small. The whole WWHL set is, in fact, far more intimate than it looks on screen. The camera adds not just pounds, but square footage. It's cozy, colorful, and drenched in pop culture references. You're basically bartending in Andy Cohen's dream dorm room. Before hitting the bar, the guys were whisked into the green room, a holding pen of glitz and nerves. There, they mingled with that evening's guests, which included none other than Lou de Lesseps, Countess, cabaret queen, and Bravo legend. She floated into the room like a disco ball with legs, said Danny, tall, glamorous, and fully Luann. The green room is where a lot of the real action happens. Stars catch up, sip drinks, and exchange gossip while assistants hover like stylish satellites. They treat you like a mini celebrity, Evan said. There's champagne, there's snacks, and yes, there's plenty of glam. They also got a quick rundown from producers, timing, where to look, and most importantly, how to behave during shady games. You may get called out. Andy may reference you. Be ready. They were warned. When the cameras went live, adrenaline surged. Andy Cohen entered the set like a seasoned rock star. Cool, effortless, and with just the right amount of sass. He greeted everyone, including the bartenders, with warmth and wit. He gave us a smile and a nod, like you got this. Danny remembered. Then came the segments. Shady Games, Clubhouse, Playhouse, and fan-favorite call-ins. Luann spilled tea, Andy stirred the pot, and the cameras caught every millisecond of facial expression from the bar. We were reacting so hard I think our eyebrows did more cardio than our mouths. Danny laughed. They waved. They laughed. They clinked glasses. Every time Andy tossed to the bar for a cheers or a what do you think, boys. They delivered. During commercial breaks, yes, they do have those even on live TV. The vibe shifted. Guests relaxed. Andy sipped water. And the crew buzzed around with instructions, touch-ups, and quick notes. It was during one of these breaks that Danny and Evan got to chat briefly with Andy. He was exactly what you want him to be, said Evan. Charming, funny, and clearly running the show like a pro. Meanwhile, Luann was taking selfies, retouching her lip gloss, and laughing about a Housewives moment from 2013 that still lives rent-free in her mind. We realized quickly that the clubhouse is less like a talk show and more like a really glamorous slumber party, Danny said, except the pajamas are sequined and the gossip is nuclear. Want some juicy tidbits? Here's what you don't see when you watch at home. The teleprompter. Andy uses one for transitions, but most of the shady commentary is improvised. The cue cards. Games are meticulously scripted, and producers hold up cards to keep everything on time. The scent. The clubhouse smells amazing. Like lavender, citrus, and expensive cologne. The crew. Everyone is shockingly nice from the lighting guy to the makeup artists. It's a tight, respectful family. The time warp. The entire taping flies by. What feels like 10 minutes is actually a full episode plus web extras. Once the cameras stopped rolling, reality kicked in. But not the boring kind, the Bravo kind. We stepped outside and our phones exploded, Evan said. DMS, tweets, texts from people we hadn't spoken to since high school. It was wild. Even minor moments, a wink, a reaction, a silent sip, became memes. The Bravo fandom is passionate, internet-savvy, and hilariously obsessed with details. We were like background actors in a drama, said Danny. But to Bravo fans, we were Shakespeare. Being behind the bar taught Danny and Evan more than just how to smile on cue. It gave them insight into why WWHL and Bravo remain such powerful pop culture forces. It's a space where absurdity and honesty collide, said Evan. You can talk about Botox and betrayal in the same breath, and it all makes sense. Danny agreed, it's joyful chaos. And it reminds you that TV doesn't have to be cynical or slick. Sometimes it can just be a wild, sparkly clubhouse where Andy Cohen asks Erika Jayne if she regrets her glam bill. In a heartbeat, they both said, but next time, they'd bring custom merch, a bottle of Ramona Pinot, and maybe, just maybe, a little bartender flair. Because once you've stood behind the WWHL bar, heard the cheers, and toasted with the Countess herself, the Bravo world never quite lets you go. It's thrilling, it's chaotic, it's fabulous, it's the closest thing to stepping inside a Real Housewives tagline. And living to tell the tale. Thanks for watching this video and please subscribe to our Gossip American News YouTube channel for more updated news.